Next up, we have a poet. Yeah. Kindred. Hey, gang, gang. Well, that means we're together. That's what gang, gang means. We're together. Her name is Sharan Hunjan. She's a poet and a teacher in London. Yeah, give it up. Anytime somebody says teacher in London, y'all need to give it up, because I've been to these schools. I have been inside these schools like, whoa, you work here? Jesus. Yo. She's part of a collective for Brown Girls Who Write, published book. She also has a book back there, too. Yeah. Let me see. Hold it up. Wonderful. Open mouths. Y'all give it up for her. Please come to the stage. Yeah. Come on up. You need this? All right, I got you. I got it. Host up. I got this part. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Is it on now? Nice to be here, nice to see everyone. So I'm going to read 3 poems. And the first one is actually about schools. So any teachers in the room? Want to give you a shout out with me? Yeah, we've definitely called you guys. So you guys might be aware of this is the poem is based on a book called Teach Like a Champion. Yeah. You either love it or hate it. It's basically like a teaching Bible manual. Tells you like what phrases to use in the classroom, how to act in the classroom. And so I go to different schools and I've seen it being used, and sometimes if it's not used with care, it can come across really cold and militarized. I was also thinking about the stats between those kids who are expelled from school and their connection is just super high. So this is also based on the school that I used to work at with Pid'or and Alex, so this goes out to you guys. Teach like a. Once I shouted at a kid and it wasn't his fault. Thank you X, thank you Y, track me, track the board. I have 80%, I have 90% on target. Scan the room. Be seen looking. A voice booms through the building. White male identified. Victim. Black male. Possibly a juvenile. Classroom in my lungs feels too full. Green pens out. Eyes on me. Is this the language of warmth and safety? A duty of care, full planning, tracking, hand signals, hold up 5 fingers, 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger, and shoot. A removal should be swift. We take fingerprints for lunch, registers check who is MIA. Thank you X, thank you Y, track me, track the board. Eyes on me. Is this the language of war and safety? Cold calling is used to adapt police, sorry, I mean to write polite questioning. Use wait time to reduce cognitive, load up your weapons. In the training video, black children rise up with a white woman's hand in 7 seconds, and she trains them to do it in 4 seconds. We prepare for the trenches, equipped with tools and strategies. We exercise repeatedly for any situation. Detention centers are full of humans fleeing war. Isolation is the consistent behavior of loneliness. Parental meetings prosecute in a court of law. White walls watch like a jury. We judge the working class room atmosphere. Are they working hard enough? Is there a thirst for learning? We target a subject to increase engagement. You are dismissed on the bell. Lapels line up with armies of badges on children of war. Once I noticed all the sanctions written on the board were for children who were Black. You have 3 strikes, and then you're out. This is the language of warnings. Deploy the sanction system, foreign policy for behavior. Strike 1, sanctity is lost. Strike 2, sanctimonious behavior is unacceptable. Strike 3, reports are filed in prisons too. Target has been removed. Thank you. So we're all here for a great cause today. Thanks, Pid'or, for organizing. So this one is inspired by my daughter, who's 4 years old, but it goes out to all the daughters. It's called Do Not Open Your Mouths. 1. Daughters aren't allowed out at night, but sons are. Bring shame onto families, hide it in their bellies. Cannot date. Cry at weddings, say goodbye. Marriage becomes a mourning. Are overripe mangoes bright as turmeric inside? Do not swirl whiskey in the ice cubes of their lives. Do not open their legs or get on their knees. Do not part lips. Wear pink. Hang up washing, roll rotis, douse themselves in oil. Should be tethered like feathers on a bird. Shouldn't pluck themselves loose. 2. My daughter has Weetabix stuck to her chin, has a sprig of brown hair sprouting from the top of her head, blooms a bird chest, is currently eating beige foods only, thank you very much, loves aminals, says when you ask her age, I too old, and I agree, mumbles, fuck's sake, has a favorite word, no. Swats my hand away, keeps busy pouring, mixing, building, climbing, sings out of tune, and it rains. Stretches her arms, and it thunders. Is Midas, turns me to gold. Reaches for me, arms as mountains, carries earth under her fingernails. Refuses to wash her hair, refuses a kiss goodnight, refuses to say goodbye. On a swing is the moon pulling the tide, rests her hair on my chest as a prayer, is a silent meditation, shapes worlds, universes, galaxies with her tiny hands, like God. Thank you very much. So the last one, and I just want to say before I finish up, just thanks for having me, Pid'or. Hope you raise lots of money, reach that target, which the raffle, I've heard there's something going on. And thanks for having me and listening. So the last one is kind of based on an internet hole I went into, where I was researching lots of Indian words that we now use in the English language. And it wasn't there's so many words, which I knew about, but this was more about the stories that were attached to the words. So for one example is sometimes in English, people say tickety-boo to mean everything's all good. But the story behind that is that when sort of white colonials were in India, they would ask their servants, the Indian servants who were like fanning them, how are you? Surprisingly, they'd ask how they were. And then the servants obviously couldn't speak English, and so they would answer with Sab theek hai babu, which means in Hindi, everything's good, sir. And then this kind of got bastardized down to tickety-boo, and now we use that all the time. So the stories behind all of them were so interesting. Like, for example, the drink punch, is called, because it's got 5 ingredients in it. And in Hindi, panch is the number for number 5. So just cool stories, yeah, see? Yeah. You learn something new. So I loved all of these, and so I tried to put all the words I could into a poem. So it makes no sense, but I got lots of words in, so enjoy. And at the end, I might ask you to repeat something after me. So when I point at you, just repeat, but try nice and loud for me. We'll see how it goes. No pressure. is called Pariah. Billy Bosh, I'm jamming mate. Bish Bash, Bob's your uncle. Loot the store, I'm a damn juggernaut from the jungle. Pinch, punch, first day of month. I've got a mouth full of pickle and a tongue full of chutney. I'm an avatar, baby. Take these bangles of blighty, and smash them on your wedding day. In your khaki dungarees, you'll get your karma, mate. It'll bite you in the balls, punch you in the nose, punch. That's sponge ingredients, 5 ingredients to make your bowl full of booze, and it'll all be tickety-boo, sub-tike babu, that's tickety-boo. Now fetch me a hot toddy in the midst of these typhoons. Chit, chat, we used to write chitties, letters and letters, send me a chitty from the bind and tell me life in the Rajah's kushti. It's pucker, mate. It's higgledy-piggledy, topsy-turvy, tit-for-tat, hocus-pocus, take me, transform me, wind me up, knock me down, tear me around. I'm your plaything. End in your down-legged dog pose, warrior pose, because I'm a pariah in my own bungalow. Sitting in my pajamas, eating my basmati and dal, and when I'm out, let's say namaste. Let's say namaste. So cross your legs, bow your heads, and smell your sweat, and repeat after me. Nam, as, stay. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good night.
Can't help it, I affect stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. One more hand, please. One more hand, please. How old are the kids you teach? My youngest was like 2, and my oldest was 20. And it was, oh yeah, the range. The range, because you couldn't tell. Like the 2-year-old, I was like, you just don't listen. I don't know why they diagnosed you. No. Anyway, give her a hand one more time, guys. Sharan. Also, her book is on sale in the back. So buy it. Buy the book. It's really good. It's really good? It's really good. She's plugging. I didn't know about the book until like 2 seconds ago, but it's really good, and I believe what she says. Coming up next, oh, dope.